Okay. Alright. I really did not plan on doing well, I didn't plan on really. I was like canceling out, trying not to have anything to argue too much. But this here was just appalling to read this article here about a 6-year-old that hung themselves, they're claiming, with a jump rope. And so I don't know how people, I be seeing like the lovely TT and that Vice Media show, they be putting this stuff on the screen. I don't know how they get it on there and so forth like that. But it says that she was 6 years old. This is on themedicalblog.net, themedicalblog.net. So definitely search for it. You should be able to find it in one of the search engines, Yahoo or so. It says the New York Daily News has reported the kind of tragedy that almost none of us want to think about. A 6-year-old girl was found hanging from a jump rope in what many believe to be an apparent suicide. It appears that after being placed in foster care, the girl's suicidal and homicidal thoughts began to increase, leading to the tragedy. Police are stunned by what they've seen, surprised that a child that age would do something like that to herself. Kendria Johnson's body was found on December 27th, according to the Star Tribune. She left a note after the incident with the words, now they say after the incident. What incident? I'm sorry. Another note stated, I'm sad for what I do. Police say that they are trying to make sure they are clear about the cause of death. They said the little girl's psychiatric records show thoughts that are clearly disturbing and that she has drawn pictures of children hanging from noose in the past. We just did our due diligence to tear this case apart and look at every angle. Brooklyn Police, Park Police Deputy Chief Mark Bruley said, it's hard to believe that it was, and even possible. We may never know it was a suicide or an accident. This ain't no accident. 6-year-old. Kendria's grandmother, Mary Lee Broder, says that she was a happy-go-lucky child and appeared to be normal, but foster care ruined all of that. The sense of abandonment apparently got the best of her and turned her into a different person. The child was taken out of the home after her mother was accused of abusing drugs. First, her grandmother had custody, and then the child was being sent to different foster homes. The child was being treated for post-traumatic stress disorder, which affects millions of children from violent communities or abusive situations. She also had issues with anger, anxiety, and stress, which was quite a load for her at the age of 6. Y'all know I'm about to go in. I'm about to go in. According to George Ramuto, a University of Minnesota psychiatry professor, children that age rarely kill themselves, but it is possible when dealing with a difficult enough situation. However, police said the knot on the girl's jump rope was very complicated for a child to have tied, leading them to investigate. Somebody did it, her grandmother said, convinced that Kendra would never do such a thing. Okay, now they won't name this foster parent here. Willie Vincent, Kendra's uncle, said the foster care situation is at fault, putting the child in a worse situation than before. They they took her and put the child in a worse situation before. They took her. The state didn't do their job. Kendra's foster parents, Denise and Audra. Wait, hold on. Okay, I'm coming back because I read the top of that shit and I just read the top. I'm getting deep into this. It's Tanise and Art Adra. Okay, Nakwa Quover were taking care of the girl's brother as well. Now this seemed like two women. They said they were planning to adopt her before she died. Now their foster care license has been suspended. Okay, go back to bed. All right, I love you. Okay, y'all know I'm about to go in. Okay. Um, First of all, 6 years old hang from a jump rope. And she really done it herself. Nobody was trying to help her. It had two women up in the house. They're supposed to be her foster parent. Cause Adria and Tanise. That sound like two women names. I mean, just within common sense, popular, you know. And that's the thing when they have a lot of these foster parents, but I applied to go do some foster service. I gotta have certain measurement and separation of this and that. And I'm just like, oh gosh, okay, this here worse than the stand I said. And I just said, oh fuck it, oh shit, this is too much. I just couldn't deal with all that stuff. They got all geometric and it just threw me off. And I just was like, okay, I gotta go around trying to go find a tape measurer and trying to organize stuff. They don't, they didn't say, well, your house have to be superiorly clean. I can understand it, but measuring stuff, how much they must have of this here, you gotta have locks on everything. So, but this is in the actual New York City area, and they said that she was taken out. All the people that do drugs and you suspected, did you offer a drug test before you take the child from her? Do you have solid credentials before you accuse somebody of being on drugs or taking their child from? And they have a right before they have their child taken from them to go to court. Unless you could felony witness, you came in the house and seen the parent taking drugs. The child has no business getting taken out of that home unless you physically see it right then and there. And even then they still have a right to a court date. And it's foster care. The fact that she was in many foster homes shows a conspiracy with the CPS DHS service across the country. They also have, come across articles about this is also a problem in UK. So, this says a lot. So, this is something that should not definitely, everyone should definitely be on this here. These people need to be prosecuted. This is just common sense. 6 years old, and she wrote two notes, and they say after the incident. Who? How you hang yourself from a rope? And you committing suicide. Wait. After you commit suicide, you write notes. Somebody forced that girl to write and plot to kill her, okay? And a plot to kill her. People are very crafty, and you just like, oh gosh. The people that really, be innocent, they usually get accused of stuff, and they so quickly made to feel guilty. And the people that really are guilty, it just doesn't happen. And they're able to float on through. Um, why I don't know get why the grandmother lost a child. This is why I'm gonna speak. We need to get our stuff together in our community, in the masses. We don't have time to be dependent on a leader. We don't have time for that. The masses need to get it together. The masses. We have to get a steady culture. We're steadily having them to come into our homes as though we have no sense, no culture. And really African Americans, really, it has to be established. We don't have our bureau. We have everything interpreted for us of how to do it, how we speak, how we pick up stuff with this hand, that hand. Well, if you pick it up with that hand, something's wrong with you. If you don't respond to stuff in a way, if you don't like one doll better than the other. We got all this common core social development that he put. We best get it together. Hashtag state BP, hashtag BP now. Get it together. We parents, yeah, better leave these. We gotta. If we were more as a culture community, she. I don't know if the mother was maybe going through this here, where she was in the world. She may have been. They don't say what level of drug she on, whether she was on a minute, because as far as I know, New York just legalized marijuana. From what I read in the article. Okay. I'm not about to go out and observe if it's happening. That ain't none of my business. You know what I'm saying? Keep brewing your tea. Um, it got to come together. Hashtag state BP, hashtag BP now. I will probably do an article, probably do a show later on in the future. I'm still gonna do business topics. until Valentine's Day in February, most likely something related to business, something business, social studies. Um, but this topic here, definitely, I hope someone pick it up on a radio show. Um, this is something that cannot be. Uh, this something. This something can't be let go. Um, 6 years old and she hung herself with a jump rope. And how long was she unattended? Like, maybe if this was in the middle of the night and this child had some real strong, crafty hands. How much did she weigh? This here is not. And also, while we're talking about that, also the case of Delano Wilson, I believe, in Boston. You remember when a child had fell off the roof in nothing but a diaper? What is the update with that story? Can't find anything on Twitter about it. Definitely, this Boston story, New York. What's the update on it? Definitely, what's the update? That daycare owner needs to be charged. You have two people in the home. This wasn't no 16-year-old watching child, because 16-year-old could be a little silly, you immature, you know, you may ignore and let a child go off and stuff like that, but she had daycare and the child didn't like going there and kept saying no, no, no. And a child is falling off the roof in just a diaper. Where were the child clothes? That's the question. Where did you ever get? Why? How did the child took their clothes off and ran out the door? I know children could be active and stuff like that, but gosh, that mean they was walking around there with a diaper, and you supposed to be a professional daycare. This is not out in the back country somewhere where yeah, they let it's a big summertime, and back in the back country of Alabama, Mississippi, or Louisiana, you know, nah, and how in the world this is a thick apartment complex. This is not like your neighbor is a acre or like 10 minutes is your neighbor. Nobody saw this baby crawling on the stairs or anything, and they already think low income people sit at home and don't do anything. So that means it should have been a good security watch of a child crawling up the stairs and getting on top of the roof. Nah, what's up, to that story? Holla back.